Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how to build extreme self-discipline. So self-discipline is a muscle that must be trained day in and day out. You cannot be a disciplined man for one day and then call yourself disciplined or reap the benefits of being disciplined, right? So discipline is something that you build every day of your life. It's not hey, today I'm disciplined, tomorrow I'm not, or, you know, 2 days out of the week I'm disciplined and 5 days of the week I'm not. It's either you're all in or you're not. And discipline actually is something you build over years. It's a thing you work on day to day, but the benefits and the way to really get it ingrained into like a part of your being is to do things that build your discipline every day. Because if you do that, well then, hey, guess what? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, as you're building these good habits and you're learning how to control yourself, you're going to be on top of the world, right? As far as being able to do the things that are difficult and doing them consistently, right? So that's really what being disciplined or having like really good self-discipline is all about. It's really about doing the hard things, right? Because everyone, like, think about it, doesn't take effort to go play video games for 6 hours. It doesn't take effort to go watch porn for 3 hours a day or go order out McDonald's and eat a bunch of fast food. It doesn't take discipline to buy a 24 pack of beer and drink all 24 bottles, right? Or 24 cans, right? It doesn't take discipline to do that, right? So really what it comes down to is the way you build discipline is by doing hard things, but also like being able to say no. So there's two ways you can build discipline. You can build it by, like, for example, if you're going to the gym, right? And let's say like me, I really like the Stairmaster. So yesterday I was on the Stairmaster and I planned on doing like 20 minutes on there, right? But I was like, you know what? I felt like I could do more. So I told myself to keep going. I told myself if I want to be strong, if I want to have better discipline and a stronger mind, then I'll go for another 10 minutes, right? And that's how you get yourself to do things that are difficult, because in those moments that I'm tired or in those moments that my body's telling me no, I tell it yes and I tell it to go more, right? And it's all mental. But at the end of the day, right, let's say I don't do that on a day-to-day basis. Like, let's say, for example, when my body's tired, and like I said, there's a difference between like fatigue and just like mental fatigue. Like sometimes, I don't know if you guys are like aware of this, or if you go to the gym, you might have like a general idea of what I'm talking about. But like, let's say you're doing something and you're realistically, it's cardio for me. Like when I'm like running or something, I know my body's not tired, but in my head, I'm like, oh, I just don't feel like it. There's a difference between like bodily fatigue, like I'm like, I really can't do this because my body is just like absolutely exhausted. Maybe I'm on like 6 hours of sleep, or I just worked a double the day prior at work. Okay then, right? But there's times where I'm like, no, I got enough sleep. I'm fine. I'm just being you know what, right? I'm just being that. And in those moments that I am aware that I'm just being sloppy, right? Or I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm just being lazy, really. That's when I say, no, I got to keep going, right? And then that's when I do another 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? And if I do that every day, over time, that muscle gets stronger, that fortitude gets stronger, right? And another really good way to practice this is with fasting. Fasting is like the ultimate like self-discipline tool, because we live in a culture where food is ever abundant. It's all over the place. We're programmed to eat 3 to 6 times a day, right? We're programmed to snack. We're programmed to go out and go eat junk food and get fast food. We have an abundance of food in Western society, right? So fasting is a really good way to deprogram yourself and also build self-discipline, because when you fast, right, if you've never done even like between like 16 and 20 hour intermittent fast, your body's gonna start sending you signals like, hey man, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. When in reality, your hunger doesn't really start. If you do research on fasting, true hunger comes from the throat. It doesn't really come from the stomach. When you're truly hungry, you'll know like, hey, I need to eat, right? But most of our hunger or most of our want for food, yeah, you might feel a little like emptiness in your stomach, but it's mainly just habit. Like you're expecting, your body's just expecting food at this time because it's been eating food at that time of the day for the past 10 years. It's not so much like, hey, my body needs food. It's literally dying. No, it's, hey, I've been eating at this same time for the past 10 years and my body just wants food because it knows, hey, I usually get food at this time of the day, right? But when you say no and you build the discipline to say no, you keep building that strength and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger over the years. So, I mean, those are just some key tips when it comes to building discipline, because like I said, you can apply that to anything, right? Like for me, I really feel like my consistency when I started, it's crazy. Like I go back to grade school or high school when I started, like, cause I suck. I was never consistent with homework back in middle school. I never did the assignments. But as soon as I started, it's crazy. And I remember it vividly. As soon as I started hitting the gym back in between 8th grade and freshman year of high school, like that's when I started training for football and getting in the gym and started to just be consistent. That year, the freshman year of high school, I just started being consistent with my homework and my assignments and studying for tests and everything. And I'm like, wait a minute, where did this come from? Because I didn't have this back in middle school. And I remember wait a minute, back in middle school, I wasn't doing anything difficult. I was never training myself, right? And it's not until I started applying my discipline and started training myself mentally by going to the gym every day and doing the difficult things and eating right that I was able to translate that discipline into, like I said, getting better grades, studying for tests, and just overall having a better life, right? Being smarter. And yeah, guys, so that's how you build self-discipline. It's not something that you just do one time, or it's something you develop over time. And eventually, like me, for example, I've been doing difficult things for the past 9 years. So at this point, it's easy for me to come on here and upload a YouTube video pretty much every day or go to the gym every day. I may have a little bit of resistance here and there, but generally speaking, it's not like a grueling process to get up and go. Or if I need to work on something on the computer, right? Whatever it is, right? It's not as hard as it's never easy to go lift heavy ass weights. It's never easy to really convince yourself to get up and do the thing that's difficult, or it's gonna have benefits for you in your life. But it becomes easier 5, 10, 15 years from now as you develop it day in and day out. So that's how you build self-discipline, guys. And yeah, use those tools, and I hope that you have some better discipline, right? So yeah, that's it. That's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.